Hi, my name is Patricia Stark. I own Patricia Stark Communications, which is a media training and presentation public speaking training company. I started my business back in 2008. I've always been involved and have always loved communicating and being a great storyteller because I was extremely shy as a child and didn't have a lot of confidence, and I think I've been making up for lost time ever since. But some words of wisdom that I think I would like to bring your way that have really helped me in my life is, first of all and foremost, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to try to do your own thing, which I highly recommend, it's much more a wonderful life to kind of blaze your own trail and create the life that you want rather than depending on other people. You have to never be afraid to fail, because what success really ends up being is a succession of failures where you've learned what to do, you've learned what not to do, and somehow they all add up and unravel into a success. And I found this time and time again where the most successful people that I've met are the people that when they get knocked down, they get back up the fastest, and they don't take it personally, and they brush themselves off, and they never look at anything as a failure. They always look at it as something that they could learn from it. Another thing is to be as persistent as possible. I've seen people in my industry, in the television industry and communications, that had wonderful talent but gave up too soon. And then I've also seen people who don't have the best talent in the world but have gotten successful because they just have never taken no for an answer, and they've been tenacious and they've made it happen even when they've heard no. As a matter of fact, when they've heard no, it's gotten them even more determined to go on and reach their goals. And another thing is just to have a definitive purpose. You know, you can't get to a vacation. You can't even get to the movies without thinking it through and saying, I got to buy a ticket, I got to decide what time, I got to have a plan for getting there. It's kind of like if you launched a ship out of a port and you just kind of let it go off, it's never going to really reach anywhere. It's just going to kind of float around. It might enjoy being in the sun for a while, but it has no plan. It's just going to float. But if you have a plan and say, okay, I'm going to get from point A to point B, and I know what that is, you will eventually get there. And the great thing about having some kind of a definite plan is that it makes you make better choices. It makes you take action, and you actually will notice opportunities when they come around because you're so focused on your definite plan that may be off in the distance. It may be something that seems unattainable, but if you have some goal that you know you want to reach, you're going to recognize things along the way, you're going to make better choices, and you know, it doesn't matter if your plan is 100% solid, because as long as you have an idea of it, certainly you can change along the way and be flexible and have different approaches to the overall plan. But just know that if you have something that you're aiming for, you're much more likely to get there. And everything is just steps. Just take it one day at a time. Live in day-tight compartments. You know, you can't worry about yesterday, it's gone. Tomorrow doesn't exist yet. If you just take each day as it comes and do something, even if it's small, each day, it will eventually all add up like compounding interest, and you will eventually get to that place that you want to be. And finally, life is meant to be lived. It's meant to be enjoyed. You want to do something that you have a passion for. You don't want to just do a job. You want to have a career and build a life around something that you love, something that you would do even if nobody paid you and you still wanted to do it anyway. And if you can have that kind of a passion for your work, first of all, you'll never work a day in your life. And second of all, people will want to be around you. They'll want to be a part of what you're doing. Your passion will be contagious to everybody else. And you know, everybody just wants to be on board with somebody that is positive and upbeat and loves what they do. So wishing you the best of luck and enormous success.